What's going on, everybody? My name's Chris. Welcome to Bourbinsane. Today we are going to be reviewing Noah's Mill. Now, Noah's Mill is actually a Willett product. So Willett makes a bunch of different types of products. Actually, they make some really high-end bourbons too. Fortunately, I've never been able to get my hands on them, but Willett makes things like Old Bardstown. They make Noah's Mill, Rowan's Creek. They make their Willett family estate bourbon, which is the very high-end bourbon. A lot of times that's a distillery-only release. You only get your hands on it if you're in Kentucky and you go get it from Willett yourself. Willett is actually still considered a micro distillery, I believe. Let me know in the comments below if that's still right. I try not to research too much on this, guys, before I get into it because I don't want to give myself away any tasting notes. But Willett has a good reputation. They're definitely up and coming in the bourbon world. They've probably already arrived, honestly. But they make some really good products. This is Noah's Mill. I have never actually tried this myself, but I had a request from Jason Kotecki on Facebook to review this. So I had a bottle when I went to Kentucky. I was able to pick one up at the liquor store. I have a bottle. I have not gotten into it yet, so we are going to be uncorking this today. I am really excited to get into it, guys, so let's get into it. Alright, guys, so Noah's Mill is actually 114.3 proof. So it is quite a hot bourbon. We're probably going to be getting quite a bit of burn from this. So I really have not watched any reviews on this, so I really don't know what tasting notes to expect from this. It's kind of going to be completely blind to me. I may have seen one review a long time ago about it, but this is the higher proof of the two between the Rowan's Creek and the Noah's Mill. So I am really excited to get into this, guys. So let's give it a pop here. All right. It's got a nice color there. Oh, that's weird. The bottle's actually making some hissing when I put the top back on, almost like there's like carbonation in it or something. That's really odd. I've never heard that with a bourbon before, but all right. So the color actually doesn't look too dark. Nice looking color, but almost like a light caramel. For almost 58%, I would really expect a darker color on this actually, but looks good. Still looks really good. Doesn't look that thick around the glass really. Nice color though. All right, I'm excited for this, guys. Let's go into the nose here. So I was curious to see if I would get that classic Willett note. So with Willett, I always describe it as licorice. It's a licorice note to me, and it's kind of a cherry licorice note is how I would describe it. Jason over at the Mash and Drum says he always gets lemongrass as well. And that's really interesting. I still haven't picked out that flavor profile myself, but I'm still exploring it, but I will definitely say this does have that Willett nose. I definitely think so. It's got that licorice cherry nose for sure. Now, it's not like, I don't like that artificial cherry flavor that you'll get a lot of times in candy. I prefer the deeper, richer cherry. It's not quite to that. It's kind of in between the two, I would say. It's actually got a nice creaminess to it, though, on the nose. Kind of odd. Yeah, it smells pretty creamy, actually. And for the proof, there's not much burn on the nostrils. All right, let's give it a sip, guys. I can't wait any longer. Cheers. Yeah, so the proof does come through more on the tongue. A little bit of burn on the tongue here. But that licorice cherry note is actually toned down quite a bit. Now, the other one of my favorite Willett products is actually Johnny Drum. Johnny Drum is a higher proof bourbon as well, over 100. I can't remember exactly what it is. I have a bottle, but I'm not going to search right now. This, I think, has a smoother finish than that Johnny Drum. So, that first sip, I didn't get too much of a mouthfeel on it. So let's go in for another sip here. That's better. Second sip, definitely I got more of that nice mouthfeel. And with the nose, it actually has a creamy taste. I don't know if that's a common note with Noah's Mill or not, but it's got a nice creaminess. And for the proof, maybe it's just those wood notes that come through with the higher proof and the vanillas and the caramels, but that creaminess is really good. It coats the mouth and the tongue really well. I can taste a little bit of oak in it. It's not overly oak though. That cherry licorice note still is coming through. Oh. Well, that sip was a little different. That sip I got what I would describe as kind of a nutty note, actually. Like a little bit of nuttiness. Creaminess and nuttiness. Peanut butter? Maybe like a peanut butter note? I mean, that's kind of what it is. Maybe this has got to open up a little bit. I'll be really curious to see in about 3-4 weeks if this flavor changes at all. Because I'm guessing it's going to get even creamier. Yeah, now it just smells, it smells like peanut butter on the nose. It really does. Interesting. Peanut butter, has anybody ever gotten that Noah's Mill before? Yeah. I'd say definitely swirl around the glass, let it sit a little bit like that. And opened up that nutty note for me. Still got the Willett flavor profile, so if you like Willett, it's a great product. If you like high proof, great product. I cannot remember the price on this, guys. I want to say $50-ish. When I was in Kentucky, I got a lot of bourbon in a short amount of time, so I cannot remember the exact price. I want to say it's about $50 though. $50 to $60. And I'll put the exact price right up here for you guys. Rowan's Creek, the other Willett product, is the lower end of the two, so not as expensive, but this is really good, actually. I really like this. Johnny Drum is similar, but it's not as rich and creamy as the Noah's Mill is. I think between the two, I definitely like the Noah's Mill. So I am planning to do a Willett flight coming up for you guys. When I was in Kentucky, I got the Old Bardstown Bottled in Bond, Noah's Mill, Rowan's Creek, and Johnny Drum, which are all Willett products. I actually have a couple other ones too. Pure Kentucky, I think, is another Willett product. I'm not sure. I'll have to check my bar, but I really would like to do that, a Willett flight. See if I get all that same Willett flavor profile that I've been describing for you guys. Because I really like that Willett flavor profile myself. Normally, like I said, I'm not a fan of that artificial cherry flavor. But this kind of toes the line, and it's kind of in between artificial and deep, rich, dark, delicious cherries that I've gotten in a lot of my Buffalo Trace store picks before. So I think it's a very nice balance, and the Noah's Mill specifically has that great creaminess. I think I definitely put it ahead of the Johnny Drum, but who knows? We'll see when I do that flight for you guys. Yeah, guys, that's really good. I'll tell you what, this is a really solid bourbon. Around the $50, $60 range. Personally, I think I would rather have Old Forester 1920. About the same proof. And I just love Old Forester 1920, but this is a completely different flavor profile. If you like that Willett flavor profile, it's definitely a good option for you. Willett is definitely doing some good things with their bourbon. I'm excited to see what stuff they have coming out in the future, too. Let me know down in the comments below, what is your favorite Willett product? Have you guys had the Noah's Mill? Any of you get that peanut butter note that I'm describing, or am I just going crazy? Let me know down below, guys. Thanks so much for joining me today, guys. Stay insane. Thanks for watching the video today, guys. If you liked what you saw, go ahead and hit that like button and that subscribe button. Also follow me on Instagram at Bourbinsane and Facebook Bourbinsane.